Welcome to the Mirror Tea and Sake House. In a world that runs on caffeine, notifications, and constant stimulation, your nervous system rarely gets a break. Coffee spikes, energy crashes, even green tea, often seen as gentle, still carries a noticeable edge. But what if there was a tea designed, almost intentionally, to calm instead of activate? Today, we explore Hojicha, a roasted Japanese green tea that does something quietly radical. It slows you down. Section 1. What is Hojicha, really? Hojicha is not a different plant. It comes from the same Camellia sinensis leaves as matcha, sencha, and gyokuro. The difference is heat. Unlike most Japanese green teas that are steamed, Hojicha is roasted at high temperatures, often over charcoal. This transforms the leaves from vibrant green to reddish brown and fundamentally alters their chemistry. The roasting process breaks down catechins, the compounds responsible for bitterness and astringency. It also reduces caffeine content significantly. What remains is something softer. Toasted, almost nostalgic, notes of roasted nuts, caramel, even a hint of coffee without the physiological stress. Section 2. The low caffeine advantage. Let's quantify it. A typical cup of coffee contains around 95 milligrams of caffeine. Sencha, about 30 to 50 milligrams. Hojicha often falls between 5 to 20 milligrams. This is not zero, but it is functionally gentle. For the nervous system, this matters. Caffeine stimulates the release of adrenaline and blocks adenosine, delaying fatigue. Useful, but costly when overused. Chronic stimulation keeps the body in a low-level stress response. Hojicha allows a different pattern. You remain alert enough, but without pushing your system into overdrive. It is particularly effective in the evening or for people sensitive to caffeine, including those dealing with anxiety, poor sleep, or adrenal fatigue patterns. Section 3. Roasting changes the chemistry. Roasting is not just flavor. It is biochemistry. The heat reduces catechins, which can irritate the stomach in some individuals. This is one reason Hojicha is often easier to digest than other green teas. At the same time, roasting creates pyrazines and other aromatic compounds. These are the same molecules found in roasted coffee, toasted bread, and grilled foods. They signal warmth and comfort at a neurological level. There is also a subtle increase in L-theanine perception. While the absolute amount may not rise, the reduced bitterness allows its calming effect to be more noticeable. L-theanine promotes alpha brainwaves, associated with relaxed focus. So the experience becomes layered. Low caffeine plus perceived calm enhancing amino acids. Section 4. A tea historically rooted in everyday life. Hojicha was first developed in Kyoto in the 1920s. Tea merchants began roasting leftover leaves, stems, and bancha to make them more appealing and less wasteful. What started as a practical solution became a cultural staple. Unlike matcha, which carries ceremonial weight, Hojicha is informal. It is served in homes, restaurants, after meals, even to children and the elderly. That accessibility is part of its identity. It is not about performance. It is about integration into daily life. Section 5. Digestion, sleep, and modern use. Hojicha is often consumed after meals in Japan. Why? Lower catechins mean less interference with iron absorption compared to stronger green teas. Its warmth and mildness support digestion without overstimulating gastric activity. In modern contexts, this translates well. Drinking Hojicha at night does not disrupt sleep the way coffee or even some green teas can. For many, it becomes a ritual signal. A transition from activity to rest. In a lifestyle dominated by blue light and constant input, small signals like this matter. They retrain the body. Section 6. Niche but powerful use cases. Hojicha is also versatile. Hojicha lattes deliver a coffee-like roasted profile without the crash. This makes them effective substitutes for those trying to reduce caffeine dependency. Cold brew Hojicha brings out sweetness and reduces any remaining sharpness. Powdered Hojicha can be used similarly to matcha but produces a completely different emotional tone. Less vibrant, more grounding. In culinary contexts, Hojicha pairs well with desserts, especially those low in refined sugar, because its roasted depth compensates for reduced sweetness. Hojicha is not trying to energize you. It is trying to rebalance you. In a culture optimized for stimulation, that makes it quietly radical. If your nervous system has been running on high alert, this may be the ritual it has been waiting for. Thank you for spending this moment with us at Mirror Tea and Sake House. If this video helped you see tea differently, please subscribe and give us a like.